Welcome to my show. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And make sure you ring that bell twice. Okay, enjoy the show.
It all started with little comments here and there over the past couple of weeks, like, why are you wearing heels? I like it when you wear tennis shoes. Why are you wearing so much makeup? I really like it when you're natural.
All right, fellas. So I want you to know that you have nothing at all to be ashamed of for liking what you like. If you don't want your chick in makeup, then just tell her, I don't want you in makeup. I don't think it's a good look. I mean, be polite if you like, but make it clear that this is what I do and don't like. What she's doing is she's trying to make it seem like you're doing wrong for expressing that.
Case in point, I just messaged my friend about this on Monday. So today I went to go pick him up from work, and we were going to go out to dinner and then go to his work function. And when he got into the car, he couldn't stop staring at me. And I had a feeling what was coming. And I kept asking him, why do you keep staring at me? And he kept saying, oh, nothing, oh, nothing. And then finally he was like, you just look so pretty. And
all right, you could tell now that he's always felt uncomfortable about the way she's dressed, behaved, etc., etc., etc. You can also tell that's a new relationship, and he wants to make it work a lot more than she does. She's picking up on this, and she is not treating the situation with respect. She's taken his politeness for a weakness.
I'm like, is this your way of telling me that I'm overdressed? And he said, well, maybe not for dinner. And I said, are you going to be embarrassed if I show up to your work function like this? And he didn't say anything. And I said, do you want me to go home and change? And he said, I just feel so bad now. I just feel so bad now.
So according to her, she offered to go home and change. Now, we're going to listen a little bit later, and it doesn't seem like that's an option on the table. But he waffled and said, oh no, it'll be fine, even though he was thinking something different. So according to her, this guy is very indecisive, and she is picking up on that and not really, well, you know the rest.
I went to the restaurant. I was not happy because this has been going on for weeks now. And I said at the restaurant, I said, I'm either going like this or I'm not going at all. And he said, well, then can I call you an Uber?
Okay, so now she went from offering to go home to change to saying, I'm either going like this or not going at all. There's a lie here. There's either a major lie in how she's telling the story, meaning that she never really offered to go home and change, or she did offer, but she was so subconsciously put off by how indecisive he was being that she lost all respect for him, and then she just went from that mode to, I'm either going like this or no way at all.
And I said, sure, yeah, call me an Uber. So I Ubered back to his place where I've been living for the past 3 weeks, and
She Ubered back to his house where she has been living for the past 3 weeks. How well do you know this one? Listen, it doesn't seem as if he knows her well enough to have comfortable, candid conversations with her. However, she's already been living with him for 3 straight weeks. And that's how long it took to determine that this is not compatible based off of something small and petty. She does not respect your authority in the relationship, even though she is living under your roof.
Packed up all of my stuff, and now I'm back in my van. He said that this was too revealing for his work function. Now, the company he works for is an athleisure clothing company. He was wearing joggers and running shoes.
So it was a casual affair, and he's saying that you are dressed a bit too formally. Now, he should have just outright said it, but you should also, anticipate his needs, especially his work needs. That thing that he goes to 5 days a week in order to keep the roof over your head so you don't have to live in your van, which is where you live in now. Oh, and by the way, to the brothers who are on this winter is coming, etc., etc., etc. thing, listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter if winter comes. They will do anything. Women who refuse to submit will do anything not to. If you look at her van, it looks like she's been living in there for quite some time. That she has developed a comfort in living in her van. She will sooner do that than dress the way a man wants her to dress. So don't rely on winter coming in order to get these women in line.
He got home later, he called me to tell me I forgot my laptop, so I did have to go back. He did beg me to stay with him, apologizing, saying he shouldn't have said anything to me, saying actually you would have been totally fine wearing what you're wearing right now. I don't even know why I told you to change. And he tried to hug me, and I didn't have any of it.
And at this point, the relationship ended. All of his concessions, and he got nothing as a result of it. You see, it's a game to them, and she's won. And now, since she sees that you're on easy mode and you offer no challenge to this power play that she likes to do over and over again, she no longer finds it fun to play with you, and she would rather live in her van and start the game anew with someone else. This is unfortunate but true. Now, I'm going to show her reaction right after everything transpired, right and before he came home and did the begging and, I'm sorry, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Before he lost the power and control in the relationship or the remnants of the relationship. Let's see her reaction then and see if apologizing and begging worked to his favor.
How the fuck can you be okay with me doing fucking or you're not okay with this? Are you kidding me? It's an inch of midriff, no fucking boobs. I don't have any in the fucking top.
Okay, so you might not be able to tell, but she said that she does fans only in reverse. And she said that he was okay with this. Now, this was the first chit test. This was the first time she decided to test his actions, his resolve, and see how much he can tolerate. Now, most guys really don't care, especially if he met her that way, if that's how she makes her money. Most guys aren't on this Devon Franklin stuff to where, it's like, oh, I want you to have this pristine image. And even he understands that his wife was going to do some things on camera, etc., etc., etc. So most guys are really open to that. She didn't really gain much headway on that. What she did is she seen that inch that he tolerated the fans only and decided to take another inch and another and another and another until she met resistance. And she finally did when he called her an Uber. That was the first bit of resistance that she met with him, and this is how she reacted. This is how she felt about rejection. Had he, at this point, made it clear, like, listen, I'm not going to tolerate you if you behave this way. If you want to continue to be with me and live with me, then these are the circumstances, these are the rules. Had he had made that clear, things would have been different. I can't predict how she would have reacted, but no matter what, this is the worst case scenario for him. He wanted the in-house pussy from the woman he fantasized about on OnlyFans, or from a woman that he's extraordinarily attracted to. He wanted that, and now he doesn't have that. He thought that by taking the indecisive road, he would get this, but we see how that ended. So, fellas, do not be afraid to take leadership. The worst case scenario is you'll lose the chick. Do not be afraid of that, because guess what? That fear will push her away anyway. This is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.